Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the A team. I'm Andre. She's Angela, and we are the A team. We come to bring you a message of hope.
Man,
Message of hope.
hope.
What is hope?
What is hope? Hope. You can say this with me. I look at him like I don't know what hope is, and we do this every day almost. Hope. I am healed. I am optimistic. I am persistent, and I am expectant. And you can say that I am hope, healed, optimistic, persistent, and expectant.
Yes, that's a strong statement to let other people know. You know, so some people say, like, why are you so upbeat? Why? Because I am hope. Let people know you're their hope. Now they may ask you, so what does that mean? I'm healed.
I'm healed. Yes.
I'm healed. I've been broken, I've been bruised, I've been dropped, I've been this, that, and the other, but I'm healed. Healed. I'm living my life in a healed place, in a whole place, and becoming more whole each and every day. I'm healed. And then I'm optimistic. Why are you so upbeat? Why this? Why that? Because I understand that there's some things I can't control. And I'm okay with that. That doesn't, I'm not in flight mode. I'm not disturbed. I don't have insomnia. I can sleep. I'm optimistic that still yet everything will work out for my good. What I'm able to change, I can change. What I'm not able to change, I just trust that it's going to be okay. I'm optimistic. Why are you so persistent? Why are you so driven? Because one, I cannot accomplish the things that I'm put on earth to do if I'm not persistent. I have to be determined. I have to have a ready, focused mind to continue to do what I do. If I don't, then I'm not going to accomplish anything. So I have to be persistent in spite of.
That's good.
In spite of. And then I'm expecting the things that I've been chosen to do, called to do, working to do, to come out. And I have an expected end. I have a goal. There's an end goal to the things that I do. So I'm expecting that those things will come to pass.
That's it.
I am hope.
I am hope. You are hope.
I am hope.
Hope.
So even if you may know that my life is topsy-turvy, upside down, whatever else, but you still see me upbeat, still see me radical, still see me driven, because I am hope. I am hope.
Good. Yeah. Hey, stay right there. You're good.
I came off the rip on that one.
He came out. Sound like he came out with some expectation tonight. That's the way you should show up, regardless of what's going on in you, around you, or whatever. You show up just that way. So let me
Hey, Shantae.
There. Let me give the first, let me say it like I always say, y'all. Please like and share. Please like, share, call a friend. If you're coming on later, hit the hashtag replay. Let us know. Drop in the comments where you're watching from. We're trying to keep up with our, I'm going to say listeners like I'm on the radio. We're trying to keep up with our viewers. So if you put in the comments where you're watching from. So let me give the definition, as I was looking up some stuff of what does persistent mean? What is it to be persistent? Okay. To be persistent is continuing to do something or try to do something, even though it's difficult or other people want you to stop. Let me say that again. Persistent. Persistent is not just starting something, it's continuing, meaning you've already started something. You're already doing something. So you're going to it says continuing to do something or try to do something, even if it's difficult or other people want you to stop. Persistent gives you a vital experience. When you are expectant, perspective, I'm sorry, I said it right. When you are persistent, get it together, coach. When you are persistent, you learn that each failure gives you an opportunity to learn. Each failure. So that tells me then if you fail at something, you don't stop. You also learn that you can overcome challenges.
Yep.
So that's what you're going to hear tonight about being persistent, continuing, even when it's hard. Persistent people, I believe persistent people win.
Amen. They do.
They win.
They do.
Yeah.
Anyone that is successful in life had to be persistent.
Yeah.
Had to be. Because you face obstacles, you face challenges. Just look at the story of Oprah Winfrey. She was persistent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out here that's been persistent. There's a lot of young stories, people that we hear about. People on the news, they share a very good part at the end before they go off the air. But, there's a lot of everyday stories of people who have been persistent in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been persistent. And I guarantee you may not have thought about it, but probably somewhere in your life, you were persistent too. You could have been persistent in passing a grade passing a class that was very hard, maybe very difficult. And you had to put in extra time. You had to study more, prep more. You had to do all these things more in order to get the grade that you desire. You had to be persistent. Many of us struggled just getting through high school. It was a fight.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a fight.
That's true.
It was a fight, and you can tell the fight by how exuberant they are when they graduate. Because they know the labor, they know the road, they know. A lot of the kids that graduated this year in end of May, June, whenever it was, a lot of them, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
It was a struggle.
Yeah.
It was a push.
Yeah, so they could have had a whole lot of challenges going on around them. Made me think of something I saw today, and I didn't pay much attention to, whether if it was a high school graduation or a college graduation. But it showed this young man, how had just gotten his diploma, and when he got down on the floor off the stage, he broke out in a praise. I'm talking, he shouted like a madman.
Yeah.
And so I can only imagine the challenges probably that he faced. Like I said, I don't know if it was a high school or college, but it was, it was a young man. And I can only imagine the challenges that he faced. Who's to say? He could have been told that he ain't gonna never graduate. He could have been the first one in his family that graduated, or apparently he was very persistent in those however many years it was. But he did. I'm talking. When I say he was, he shouted like almost like David did, coming out his clothes. He almost shouted out that road. I know the cap came off, and yeah.
And even when you said that, I'm thinking about, what about the kids who probably lost a parent during high school?
Yeah. I know someone that happened to. Yeah.
They lost their parent. Maybe lost a brother, lost a sister.
Yeah. My nephew, in fact, lost his granddaddy right before high school, and so he didn't get to see him.
Yeah.
And that was a very, he had a lot of impact in his life. So, just think about, and easily could have just given up.
Yeah.
Then stay persistent. Yeah, because that was a challenge that he faced. That's good. Yeah. Wow.
All right. So we're going to get right to this.
All right. Let's do this.
Being persistent. And if you can recall when you've been where, now that we kind of explained it some, if you can recall where you had to be persistent, let us know. Yeah. Let us know.
Now that you know.
And give yourself a pat on the back. Don't take that lightly, or don't take it as if it was nothing. No, that's a huge accomplishment. It is a huge accomplishment. Whether anybody else acknowledges it or not, it is a huge accomplishment to have achieved whatever you did you had to achieve, and all the work and the labor. All that did was build your confidence. It built your confidence.
Yeah. Right. And there's lessons in it. I think that's what helps with the becoming confident when you can take the lesson learned,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and in learning lessons, that should be a confident builder, because if nothing else, confident is just what you know. If I don't know anything else,
Mm-hmm.
I know that I've either can and have overcome this,
Mm-hmm.
or I know that this caused me to quote unquote fail. Either way, you have confidence in knowing, so you can keep going and you can pick it back up and you can keep going. You can stay persistent. You can endure.
Yes.
You can endure. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get into our lesson. We're gonna get 6 effective ways. You see it scrolling across the bottom of your screen. 6 effective ways to become persistent. So persistence is probably one of the most admirable characteristics a person can possess. It's the ability to be determined to do or achieve something regardless of any setbacks. That's what we're talking about. Regardless of any setbacks. And that's when people say, I admire you.
Yeah.
I admire you. Matter of fact, when you a lot of times, excuse me, a lot of times we don't even know people are watching us.
Oh, that's so true.
We don't know if people are watching us. And when we know we're barely making it, when we know we're barely hanging on, there used to be a DJ in Detroit called the Electrifying Mojo. And when he would close out every broadcast, when you feel like you're nearing the end of your rope, tie a knot in it.
Oh, wow,
and keep hanging.
That's good. Say that again.
When you feel like when you feel like you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and keep hanging.
Wow.
Just keep hanging.
That's a post for somebody.
The Electrifying Mojo, give him some credit. He's a Detroit DJ.
Keep hanging. Wow, that's good.
Okay?
That's good. That's good.
So whenever you feel like, just tie a knot in it. Don't slide off the rope.
Yeah.
You tie a knot in it, you can hang.
You can hang. You got something to hold on to.
You got something to hold on to.
Yeah.
All right?
Wow.
So no great achievement is possible without persistent work. No great achievement is possible without persistent work. That's Bertrand Russell with that quote. So a distinguishing attributes of those who succeed in life against those who don't is persistence.
So persistent is an attribute.
It's an attribute where why did they make it and the other person didn't? Persistence. 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 Even in sports, say like golfers constantly go to the golf course and they're persistent in their swing and they're watching video recording their swing and golfing coaches and all that other stuff. I remember when I was bodybuilding is an individual sport. It's just you, but you don't know who your competition is going to be. And so I had to train myself not to take a day off, because in my mind, my opponents are not taking a day off. So I trained my mind not to cheat. Don't you cheat. Don't you have a cheat meal because your opponent is not having a cheat meal.
Wow.
So I had to go in that mindset, because whenever I got to the place that I signed up to do a bodybuilding competition, I didn't know who my competition was, but I knew that I had to come in my best. So in my mind, I had to be persistent. I had to make sure I didn't cheat when when other people are eating corned beef and sandwiches and pizza and all that. I stuck with what I brought to work on my protein shakes and all that stuff. Persistent.
So is that safe to say that in the challenge in that was, especially when you were around other people, and seeing them eat those things. It was challenging, especially if you like it. You know, you like what you like, and you like me, it's like good food. So the challenge of that that was going on was, you know, wanting, especially when you see it, and you know, like desiring, and you know, wanting that corned beef sandwich or that pop or whatever. That's the challenge. But staying persistent is just keep pushing through it, because again, you had an end goal.
Yeah, I had an end goal. But here's another thing that helped. My coworkers knew, so they wouldn't let me cheat.
Okay.
They held me accountable. They helped me stay on task. They would watch me. They would relieve me when I was going through the final 2 weeks. And so you go through where you have to drink a gallon of water a day. I mean, like chugging. Then it went to 2 gallons of water a day. So then you're turning your body into like a diuretic. So you're constantly going to the bathroom and flushing out water, so your muscles become more veiny. So they would come and relieve me on the line. I got you. Go ahead and run.
Wow. Okay.
So they were very supportive in my persistence of the goal. And then they would, on the nights that I did my show, which is normally Saturday nights, texting them updates and everything. And then when I come back to work on that Monday, they would have a cake, or they would have cake for me, and they would have some Red Lobster for me or something like that, being so proud of me. And one time they had, I had posted pictures. I don't even know, no, I ain't posted any pictures on Facebook, but they would, pictures that I had, they would bring a cake with my picture on it. So they were very supportive in my persistence. And that's what we need in life. That's what we need in life. When you have a goal or something like that. And I was saying this the other day, and I was talking, who was I talking to today? Probably Clifton. I was talking to him today. But you want people that are an asset and not a liability. Because a person that's an asset, they're going to help you. They're going to help you. But we have to open up our mouths and let them know what our goal is.
Right.
What our goal is.
So you need, when you said it, I thought about, you need purpose pushers. You need people that also probably got some things that they're doing and have accomplished, and they want to see you. Those, like your team on your job, they were helping you push that purpose. They was pushing you. They were holding you accountable. And that's what you need. That's what we need to help us stay on course. We need people to, our dog, if you hear her. So anyway, we need people. You need a team to hold you accountable, to help you, not just say you can do this, but also be active in that and showing you how, like you said, releasing you to let you do what you need to do, offering assistance. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So you need purpose pushers, pushers in your life.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because even if you're a pusher, you need to be pushed.
You need to be pushed. Absolutely.
You need to be pushed.
Yeah.
Especially if it's very important for you. If it's critical to you, you would reach out.
Yeah.
I did that with my first book. I had somebody that was held accountable. Matter of fact, I think I mentioned that when I was on Wisdom this morning. I had somebody that was accountable. So I wouldn't make up excuses. I'm not hesitating. I'm not waiting. You know, I'm not trying to have things be perfect. Like, look, this is even what, ladies and gentlemen, what you see like right now, you see our frame, you see our overlay and things like that. All this started before I met my wife, but when I was just doing the gatekeepers, it wasn't all this. It was a little duck. It was a little StreamYard duck, their stuff. But this right here makes it look nice, it makes it look presentable and all this other stuff. But it took a minute, even before we did this.
Okay. Yeah.
So we don't have to wait. When you're persistent in your goal, everything else will come together. Just do what you have to do. Yeah. Do without you, everything else will flow.
Just continue doing it. That's it.
Just like our church. We know how we want our church to look like. But until we get in our own building, we still got to do what we said yes to God to do. Yes, and as time comes, it'll come together. It'll look nice and it'll be cute and all that. But no, if it ain't got the power of God in it, it don't make a difference. It don't make a difference.
Exactly.
At all. What you got?
That was a lot. Not a lot. That was that was good.
That's what happens when you get a nap.
I never real. I drifted on over into when you were talking about the church. I was like, I could see it. I could see. I could see what you were saying, and it just, I saw being persistent. I saw the challenges, and I saw the endurance. There's, and even when something is presented to you, when those that are looking on, they see the final product, almost like what you said here, it looked good, like, man, they doing good, they look good, they did this, and but oftentimes people don't know the challenges that goes on behind the scene, the challenges that happen, the challenges that's still happening. But it's going back to, but when you're persistent, you endure that, you continue.
Yes.
As I said earlier, persistent is continually, firmly, in spite of the differences, in spite of opposition. So by the time you finish, then that's why you can see what you see. But even in that, it's still going, and still things are still happening. So that was good what you said, and that's what I saw.
And I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to that.
To that day. That's a goal. That's a
goal. Right.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex.
All right. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Now watch this. So many has the capacity to set goals and plans towards success, yet only few succeed. Because only few stick to work on their goals and plans until it is accomplished. How many times have we set a goal? We wrote it down, we did the vision board, we did this, that, and the other. The new year come, that old vision board somewhere in the corner, all folded up, all crumpled up. We said we was going to do this, and now then we start reflecting back. It was good.
Yeah.
But why didn't I finish?
Yeah.
Why wasn't I persistent?
Yeah.
And then when you see your other friends who said that they were going to do this, that, or the other, and you see them doing their thing.
Yeah.
Are you envious? Are you jealous? Or why didn't you connect with them and say, you know what, I need help because I see you doing what you're doing.
Right, that part.
I need you to help me. Can you hold me accountable? Can you?
Yeah.
Because I need some help.
Right.
Why are you so driven?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. When you're persistent, when you realize you woke up this morning and your feet hit the ground, purpose driven. Persistent on what I got to do today. I cannot waste this time, because from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock a.m., that's 1 hour. I don't get that back. From 9 to 10, I don't get that back. Persistent, driven, focus on what it is. So that's how people accomplish their goals and plans, and other people not, because they are persistent. Right. So even if you know there's an area in your life that you're not persistent in, you need to ask yourself why.
Why? Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
What am I doing that I'm not persistent? What am I procrastinating about?
That was the word I just thought of. Yeah.
Why am I procrastinating? Why? See, because you keep putting it off, keep putting it off. And after a while, it's going to stay off.
Right.
It's going to stay off.
Yeah.
You can tag India. It's going to stay off. I'm going to let my wife do all that stuff. So majority stops before they even start. God bless you, Jasmine.
Yeah.
So majority stops before they even start, or they quit in the middle of their journey. All the time, and the energy and the prep, especially if you, how many people you know they got inventory and it's just sitting there?
Right. Yeah.
They invested. They set aside. Is that Jasmine? Our Jasmine?
Yes, our Jasmine. Look at that.
All these different names, girl. I thought it was one of your friends, somebody else. I didn't think that was our daughter. Hey, Jazz. I'm gonna get you.
She got a different name once we realized
Right.
But see, that goes to show, listen, I'm going to say this about her because, you know, we see a change here. I'm talking the name, the picture, you know, so probably she's rebranding or whatever she's doing. But we noticed it, but that was because she's been persistent.
Mm-hmm.
She has, I'm going to go back to what you said about how only a few will succeed because only a few will stick to the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard the word stick to itness.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to itness. Continue to stick to it. And when you continue to stick to it, then I'm using jazz. Then you see things like this, like, oh wow, when did you do all of this?
Mm-hmm.
When I was continuing to overcome some challenges, overcome obstacles, and but I had a goal, I had an end all goal, and I'm still working towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she's been persistent.
Yeah.
She's persistent staying off social media.
Yeah.
Because she's responding off our YouTube channel. So she's persistent in getting, going to minister school at a church. She's going to school, for her business. And, she's just persistent in having, I want my own place.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody's giving you credit. But we're giving you kudos tonight.
Yeah. And if I may, I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry.
So we're giving you kudos tonight. And also to Shantae, because she's persistent in making sure she's on with us.
Yeah.
7 a.m. in the morning. I know it's hard for her. She may listen during the afternoon on your show. Because of work. But she's been persistent. The workshops, there times she's been the only one.
Yeah.
She's been the only one. And she doesn't even know how encouraging that is to me. She has no idea how encouraging that is to me.
Yeah.
Because when you know you have a product and you know that you can help people and nobody signs up. Sometimes it'll have you question. But it's just like when we had service yesterday, it was only one person in person, and then those that watch. But even then, it's worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And even if none showed up, we know that we have a following online that we still have to serve. So regardless of the setup, and we even set up, I think our number is like 24. So we set up as if 24 people are coming.
We do. That's it.
We lay everything out.
That's it.
And we are persistent Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. And we're showing God, we're going to do this whether they come or they don't come.
Yeah.
Because if nobody shows up, we just treat it like we're live on TV.
Exactly.
And we're going to minister.
That's good. We have our own little studio.
Have our own little studio. Go on and cry, girl. Go on and cry.
And the thing about, I'm going to jump in because I'm going back to Jasmine as well. And since and I know she don't mind sharing this part. It's not so much sharing anything. But anyway, I'm sorry.
That's it. That's it right there. She's consistent for a healer.
Right. And the thing about it, going back to Jasmine and others, what you should do, when the challenges come, then when you have a team or sometimes we say a tribe, you should have someone that you can pick up the phone with. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? Today I'm faced with this. Today I'm dealing with this. Today I'm almost at a place of quitting. I'm almost at a place of giving up. And when I say give up, I'm talking about whatever the thing you're doing, not giving up on life. I'm about ready to lay this down. And like Jasmine and so many others, then they'll pick up the phone and they'll call. Only for us, and we need people like that, and only for us to be able to give what we need to give, or they give you what you need to give, and then you get back up and get back on, because you never stopped.
Right.
You didn't stop doing it. You took a moment to reach out, because how do you overcome challenges? Sometimes we need people. We need people in place to help us overcome the challenges.
Yep. Yes,
so that we can endure. Okay, I can pick this back up. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, girl. Thanks, bro. Whatever. Thank you, man. I needed that. And then we pick back up and endure and continue. Yeah. That's being persistent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So what we have here is oftentimes the reason why people quit is due to hardships. Hardships, discomfort, uncertainty. A lot of people have the great idea and desire to go back to school. No matter what it is, it's school. It's learning. And a hardship will come in. You may have to drop out.
Yeah.
Some form of uncertainty hit. May need to drop out. And then there's those that may be hit with this, that, and the other. They may not like online because they like going in person. They like the one-to-one, they like that in-person feel. Right. But maybe their car broke down or what have you. Maybe they lost their car. And they don't want to withdraw. You know what? I'm going to see my people, see if I can switch over to online. Persistence. They have an end goal to be finished. Yeah. I'm going to take this class this semester, this class that semester, so on, so on, so on. I have to register for my next couple of classes. Persistent. Got to see the end goal. Yeah.
Got to continue. Got to endure.
Got to endure.
Got to endure. Endurance. I'm thinking about when you were talking about your bodybuilding. Okay. Those who are exercising, losing weight, are training. My granddaughter's a track runner, track star. But you have to endure, meaning that even when the pain, the workout, the hunger pains, the pain of
legs cramping, all
those
that.
things. Endurance keeps on and it keeps on. And I'm not a sports person, but every time you say that, I think about the endurance build up your muscles. And more weight, especially if you're bodybuilding or lifting weights. The endurance of that builds you up.
Yes.
Okay. And then are there times when once you get there, there's more weight added because you need more build up, more muscle. So it's the same thing. I guess practical application. The more you endure, the more you continue to build up. You build up. I believe you build up the muscle to endure. You build up the muscle to be
able to handle more weight.
Absolutely. That was good.
You welcome.
Okay. Almost.
Because that's what I do. How it's like my I had parameters when I would go up in weight. So say I did 3 sets, 3 sets of one particular exercise, and my reps be say 12, 10, 8. So that 8 is normally the heaviest weight or whatever. So when I get to rep 6, 7, 8, if it's real easy for me to do now, then I increase my weight because I know I got stronger.
Okay.
So I'm monitoring. Then I know. Then I'll put an up arrow to let me know when I come back and do this exercise again. Increase your weight.
Wow. So you don't get comfortable right there.
Don't get comfortable
right there.
No, I don't get comfortable because I'm an all-in type person. So
right. So when you said that, right, and he is, so yeah, you don't get comfortable because if you get comfortable right there, then you stop. Which maybe you're okay, you stop. But when there's so much even more, like okay, well, you know what, this is good, but I know that there's more. Let me see how much more is in me. This right here is good. I got there. And I believe that's even when you reach the goal, or say you started a business or like us with the church and we started whatever you started. Okay. And you seem like, okay, this is good. We got here. We did it. I think it should be okay. Now, next. Now what? What more now? Because there apparently now that I know and I've built up this endurance, there's more that I can do. Yeah.
So we have to be, we know life comes, but how persistent are you into maintaining what you set your mind to do regardless? Regardless. So a lot of times people let fear and doubt come in. And what does that do? That paralyzes you from moving persistently toward your goal. In the Bible, in Galatians, chapters 1, 3, and 5, Paul said 3 times, who bewitched you?
Yeah.
Who took you off the course from my teachings? Good evening. Good evening. Who took you off the course? So, and I found it ironic, not only one chapter, not in the 3rd and the 5th chapter. Who did you let come and undermine what I laid the foundation on? Who? What fear did you allow to come in and stop you from going forward in your goals? What doubt did you have? Yeah. Is it overthinking? Are you worried, concerned about the unknown? And you allow that to paralyze you. So now you're stuck in the same place. Stuck. What Tori used to say was, you stuck in a place of mediocre. You're not going down, you're not going up, you're just stuck in the middle. So, or perhaps your motivation isn't firm enough to drive them to work on it. You're not motivated enough. You really don't want it. Do you really want it? But if you want to create change in your life and achieve success, now is the time to develop and master persistence. Master it. So my wife, she's going to start, we're going to give you 6 effective ways to become persistent. She's going to start with number 1. And we're gonna hope you gain a lot so far in this 45 minutes.
Oh man. So number one of the 6 ways to become persistent is to identify your wants and desires.
Yep.
Identify your wants and your desires. Lawrence Peter said, if you don't know where you're going, you will probably end up somewhere else. If you don't know where you're going, you'll probably end up somewhere else.
That's right.
Okay. So before you can develop persistence and eventually achieve success, you need to first identify your wants and your desires. You can do this by simply writing down specifically all the things you want to have or accomplish. Okay. List down all your desires and your wants, no matter how impossible they are to achieve in the moment. Catch that. Write them down in spite of how it appears to be. It appears to be impossible at the moment. Write them down. Okay. So you got to have a vision. In order to write something down, you got to be able to see it. You may not see how you're going to get there, the end. You may not see the end goal. You may not see the total picture. But I have a want. I want to start a business. I have the desire to meet the need of people. I have the desire to start this business. I have a desire to go back to school or to whatever it is. I want to. One day I want to. If you're single, you may say, one day I want to get married. One day I want to have children. I have the desire, whatever your wants and your desires are. Because here it is, it's like the Lawrence Peter said, because if you don't know where you're going, you're probably going to end up somewhere.
You are.
So it made me think about, if you don't have a plan for you, somebody will. Yeah. So before you can develop success, you got to identify, what is it that you want? What do you want? What's your desires? And write them down. And don't let anybody tell you. Well, sometimes you don't even have to tell people. But don't let nobody tell you out and say, man, girl, you can't do that. How you going to do that? And sometimes you have to say, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it right now, but I'm going to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even by the research.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. And whatever we buy just didn't appear.
Yeah.
It was a vision somewhere. Cell phone cases. Somebody had a vision for a case. How to protect phones. Start somewhere.
Yeah.
So Latanya, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Holy Spirit told me, when you're not persistent and consistent, you keep starting over, delaying your own progress. That is so true.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely correct. You keep delaying your progress.
Starting over all the time.
Yep. Have you ever started and stopped, started and stopped? I've done that with school. Started and stopped, started and stopped. I've done that. So when I finally did, a lot of times your mind really has to be made up. That's really what we're talking about. If your mind is not made up. So when I finally got that bachelor's degree, every day I was at the library for at least 5 hours a day. I was doing it through correspondence, reading each book. It was 3 classes, correspondence. I read it, do the homework, do whatever it was, ship all of them off, pay the money for the next one. And before you know it, Andre D. Fullwood walked across that stage, cap and gown. And then followed through with the master. So got to be persistent. What Miss Jasmine said reminds me of the vision board I did with you, PA. I need to go back and look at it. That's right. Go back and she said, look again. Go back and look again.
Yeah, pick it back up. See what, because that's what you have to do. We have to go back and look at. I believe it's kind of like in the message yesterday. You go back and look for several reasons. Go back and look at what you have accomplished. Okay. And know that, man, I forgot I did that. Oh, wow. If I can do that then, I can do it now. And then go back and look at, especially like if you're going back and look at that vision board, go back and look at what you did not, what you wrote down, but has not started. And say, why haven't I? And then start right there. Let me pick this. I forgot I put this on there because maybe I was so focused on something else, or maybe challenges came and I forgot. So now I can see it. Okay. I can see it. And now I can pick it back up and get started. Yeah.
I got a whole lot of quotes here that I printed up here.
Okay. Give us what you got there.
Well, one of them, because we lose heart. But one of them is it's called "Keep Going" by Roy Bennett. It says your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Keep going. Tough situations build strong people in the end.
Oh, you can read that again. That was good.
Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Keep going. Tough situations build strong people in the end.
Wow.
I call that resistance training. Resistance training. Resistance training is say we're going back to the weight training, right? And so say I'm doing the bench press, right? So I'm pushing the weight upward, right? Because that's the most. But you have to bring it back down. But what you do is when you bring it back down, you hold it as long as you can. That weight gets heavier and heavier, and so you're resisting letting it fall on you. So you slowly bring it back down. What it does is it's another form of building your muscles.
Okay. So you don't give in to it.
You don't give in to it. So you don't hurt and bring it back down. You hold it for as long as you can, and the longer you hold it, the heavier the weight is. The heavier the weight is.
Something, all that right
you
there.
Heard that? You better write that down.
The longer you hold it, the heavier the weight. That's all I heard. Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. The longer you hold it, the
heavier the weight.
The heavier the weight. I don't know. My desk and mine. I don't know.
That's it. Did y'all hear him say his desk? Bless it.
Yeah, my desk. Nah, leave it alone. All right.
The longer you hold it, the heavier the weight. I'm gonna have to release this right here. I'm sorry.
And you can go so many different ways.
I am, but I'm gonna release this. But
that was good though. So a lot of times, when we see people, we see people become activists. Something has happened in their life that has pushed them to let their voice be heard. Pushed them. A lot of things in life we found out through what? through trials, through troubles and tribulations that brought out something in us that was hidden. And then we became persistent. This is my aim. This is my goal. Because of that.
Oh, that's good.
Because of that. I like this one, then we're going to go on. You can go on to number 2. Okay. This is by Winston Churchill. Success. I'm feeling the need to call Jasmine out on this, but also Shantae. Success is stumbling from failure to failure without no loss of enthusiasm. Rock with that one. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm, excitement, joy. No, yes, I failed, but I'm still persistent. I'm still going to be successful. I'm not losing my joy over this. Okay, this product didn't sell. Okay, let me find another product that I can really put myself into. Let me find a product that I believe in that's going to do this. My product is sound mind coaching. That's my product. So I was saying this morning on wisdom that, in the beginning, you're talking about the planning, right? So look at all this stuff. Some of that stuff on there, I got to cross out because it didn't work. It's not working and I'm wasting money.
That's good.
So I have to go. So you look at it. I didn't fail. I'm learning.
Right.
Okay, well,
That's right.
what, this didn't work.
That's right.
So you go back to the board. Okay, this didn't work. Okay, I need to do this. And then as the company grows, then you start to enhance on here and enhance on there. But in between that, maybe my website just needs to be an informational page. Instead of this page and that page or anything else, it could be a contact page. And then this is where you can find me.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's good. So you didn't fail because you tried.
Right. I tried.
You tried.
And
so
it's not working.
Right. So it's not a failure.
No. It's just a reevaluation.
Right. That's the learning. That's what we're supposed to learn from it. That's good.
It's a reevaluation. We have to evaluate what we're aiming at. What are we persistent at? Right. Keep that same heart posture. And I said this before. When I went to, when I started going back to school in January, I had to sign up for 2 classes. Woo! Because my mind was get this done as soon as possible. But I got a wife. I got a job. Got ministry. Got my mama when she called.
Right.
It's not that much time in a day.
Yeah.
It's too much work.
Yeah.
Overload.
Yeah.
Overload.
Yeah.
So quickly. Oh no, this is too much. I can't keep up. Can't keep up with this. And that's just being realistic. Okay, I'm gonna withdraw. Now I can handle 1 class. As soon as I withdrew from that 1 class, whoo!
You felt the weight.
Oh my God, I felt the weight come off. Because that was resistance training, right? That was resist. I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying to stay strong in this, and I had to release some of the weight.
That's good. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not failure. It's reevaluation.
Reevaluation. Absolutely.
It's reevaluating.
Yeah.
It's reevaluating. Go ahead.
All right. Number 2. Okay. Yeah. Number 2 of the 6 ways. Determine your motivation. Determine your motivation. Motivation comes from a deep reason why we want to achieve or have something. If you know why you're doing what you're doing, it gives you more energy to keep moving. That's why oftentimes they'll say, what's your why? What's your why? Why are you doing this? What motivates you? What's your why? I had a coach when I wrote my workbook, and that was the question when I first sat down. He said, what's your why? You have to ask yourself, what's your why? So for instance, then you want to publish a book, okay? Creating a book takes time and patience. If you don't have enough motivation, a reason why you need to publish the book, you probably can never finish it, okay? But if you're motivated, by the thought of influencing and teaching millions of readers through your words, then you will keep pushing yourself to work on finishing the book. Sound like my husband. I know his baby probably just leaped inside of him when I said all of that. Okay. All right. So you have to be determined your motivation. What's your why? What motivates you? You have to see it. Yeah, you got to see it. So what really jumped out, and I knew it was almost like I could hear in his head, I could hear because I know him. And what jumps out is but if you're motivated by the thought of influencing and teaching millions, did y'all catch that? Millions of readers through your words, then you will keep pushing yourself to work on finishing the book. That's just in a book. If you got like he said, a product that you started and you want to keep, you want your product to reach thousands of people. You want, let's put it this way. You have something, and let's say it's a food type of product, and you want to see this now, not just at the flea market or not just on Facebook, but you want to see this in one of the major chains, grocery stores. I want to see this in Target, kind of like the Tabitha Brown, whatever. I want to see my product in Targets or wherever. Okay. Then what you're going to do, you're going to keep pushing yourself to perfect that product. You're going to keep pushing it and giving in, putting in more, and being motivated, being determined to make it happen.
Making sacrifices to achieve what you need is easy. It's easy to do because you have an end goal in mind. So to make the sacrifices is no big deal because you know what the end goal is and you know what it's going to take. So you may have to curve back financially on this, that, and the other because you need to start putting some money over here to do this. So those are sacrifices that's worth making. You know, if you just do a search on what sacrifices have successful people made, you might be amazed at what you may find out. A couple more quotes for you. This one gonna resonate with you. This is from Angie Thomas from the book that The Hate You Gave. That's a movie. The Hate You Gave is a movie. It's a very good movie. The Hate You Gave is a very good movie. It's on Amazon Prime. Prime Video. And it says, brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you go even though you are scared. Do it scared. Brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you go even though you are scared.
Oh, that's good. I think it's brave to go.
Jasmine. Jasmine, I'm gonna say, brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you go. Means you go even though you are scared. That's
right there.
So like, Dad, if you don't get up off me.
Catch
that, Jasmine. Catch that one.
Go back to the conversation.
Now watch this. I think this one is good, and then we're gonna move to number 3.
Okay, all right.
Y'all know if you know the actor who plays Loki in the Thor movies or Avenger movies, she don't know, but played Loki, who's Thor's brother. His name is Tom Hiddleston. This is what he said. You never know what's around the corner. Do it scared, Jasmine. Fly to Detroit scared. Anyway, you never know what's around the corner. It could be everything or it could be nothing. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, and then one day you look back and you've climbed a mountain.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow. Not even realizing it.
Not even realizing it. You never know what's around the corner. Could be everything, could be nothing. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, and then one day you're going to look back. And you're going to realize you climbed a mountain.
Didn't even know the mountain was around the corner.
Didn't know you even climbed the mountain,
right.
Because you kept putting one foot in front of the other, not concerned about what's around the corner. If it's everything, if it's nothing, it doesn't matter. I'm still putting one foot in front of the other. And then before you know it, you look back and you realize I accomplished this. I conquered this fear. I completed this class, whatever it may be, because you kept moving forward. You kept moving forward and you weren't concerned with what's around the corner.
Right.
Because when we get concerned with what's around the corner, we become paralyzed. Now we talk about hesitation. I don't know what's around the corner. So now I'm stuck. I'm frozen.
Yeah.
And you can climb over those mountains one foot in front of the other. That's what he just said. Then one day you look back and you've climbed a mountain.
Didn't even know it. You just kept moving.
You kept moving.
You kept doing it, kept going, kept going.
This is from an actor. He kept moving. He kept moving. All right, go ahead.
Okay, number 3. Outline your definite action step. Identifying your wants or desires speak of what you want to achieve. Identifying your wants or desires speaks of what you want to achieve. Determining your motivation shows the reason why you want to achieve what you want. Outlining your definite action steps is necessary to know how you will be able to achieve what you want. This makes me think about Shantae when we talked about vision mapping, not the same as a vision board, strategic planning. What does that look like? And that last one I said, outlining your definite steps, action steps. And this is necessary to know how you will achieve what you want to achieve. So just a little bit of what that looked like. You know that if your goal is, I'm going to go on vacation next week. I'm going to go on vacation in July, in August. Okay, that's the goal. So we're going to write down August. Now what you got to do, you got to break all of that down by steps. How do I go to number 1? And you don't have to write them in the order. Just start writing. I got to call a travel agency. I got to call the airplane. I got to check on prices. I'm going to have to buy some new clothes. All of those things, you just start writing. Just writing them down. And then you go back. Now that you've already got them all written down, now you go back and put the dates to when you plan to have it done. Not the date you're going to start it. I need to do this. I need to do this one. Now that one could be number 6 on the bottom, but that could be the first step that you need to take. So you have to outline the action steps. So basically what you're doing, you're breaking it down day by day, minute by minute, by hour. So that's what you're doing. You're identifying the action steps. And that's just a little bit on strategic planning. And especially if you're planning events or whatever, just in life, period. See, because sometimes what we'll do, we'll write the goal down, but we won't write the steps that it's going to take to get to the goal.
Yeah.
So you got to write the steps down, and then you got to break down each step. Yeah. That's how you reach that goal. That's how you stay. So when the challenges come, because challenge is going to come, life is going to happen, you can look back at it and say, oh, wait a minute. I've already set out 10 o'clock today. I got to call the airline and check prices of tickets. Okay. So now that I got a price on tickets, I got to break that down now to see when I'm going to buy the ticket, how I'm going to buy it, what I'm going to cut back on. So it's just like planning out every moment of your life.
That's another section of that, number 3 up there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So when you know how to get what you want, it makes it easier to achieve it. When you know how to get what you want, it makes it easier to achieve it. You know how it pays to do some research. I think I kind of just said this in my own wording. It pays to do some research and planning on what needs to be done on your part, on our part, my part. You need to be specific on each step you need to take. Identify at least two ways and plans on how you can achieve your goal. Identify at least 2 ways. You know, some people say have a plan A and a plan B. Steve Harvey said you don't have a plan B. He said, because if you have a plan B, you'll never finish plan A. Because you know you got to back up. No, I'm going to be determined to finish plan A. I'm not going to settle for the B plan. Now that's just something, and I can understand where he's coming from for that. But I would think also what that means is that when the challenges come, because they're gonna come. But again, if you got your plan A and your plan A is solid and it's broken down, when the challenges come, it don't take you off course. You don't see it. It didn't catch you by surprise because you've already planned for the what ifs. Yeah,
that's good. I got a couple here. Let me see. Okay. This is by James Mechner. He said, character consists of what you do on the 3rd and 4th try. Character consists of what you do on the 3rd and 4th try. Because we talked about if it fails, a lot of us quit. You run into challenges and everything else. But it says something when you keep trying. When you keep still having that enthusiasm, right? Keep having that enthusiasm. Okay, I'm still focused. I'm still going to get my goal. This is going to work its way out. And I really like this one. This is by Isaac Asimov, something like that. He says, you must keep sending work out. You must never let a manuscript, so he's talking about writers here. So you must never let a manuscript do nothing but eat its head off in a drawer. You send that work out again and again, and while you're working on another one, if you have talent, you will receive some measure of success. Watch this, but only if you persist. That's good. Only if you persist. So you got one manuscript, you don't put it in the drawer, let it eat its own head off. No, you keep sending it out and sending it off. And then if you're blessed with another idea, you work on that idea, but you still sending off that other one. You're still being persistent. Somebody's gonna call you. Somebody's gonna. You keep advertising. We kept putting up the flyer. We keep posting the flyer about our Sunday service. We see this new face come in last Sunday, not yesterday, but last week ago Sunday. So how did you find us? Yeah, she was following Pastor Angela from another event. And just thinking about it, she followed you not knowing probably that you had a church. Right. Then by following, she got connected to everything she posted. Found out we was having service and she came. Yeah.
Almost like going around that corner. She didn't know what was around the corner.
She didn't know what. Oh, that's good. That's good.
She didn't know what was around.
She didn't know what was around the corner.
She didn't know about the gatekeeper. She didn't say I saw y'all ministering online. No, because then they kind of give you a little bit of expectation, what to expect. No, she walked around the corner not knowing what was around the corner, either something for me or it's not for me. Thank God it was something around for her.
Right.
And for you, same thing. For those of you that's watching, just put one foot before the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, keep a positive mental attitude.
Mm-hmm.
The road to success is not easy. In fact, it's challenging. This is why only few succeed. There will be countless times you will be faced with defeat and failures that if you are weak, you'll be succumbing to negative thoughts of fears and doubts. So in order to develop persistence and eventually succeed in your endeavor, always maintain a positive mental attitude, regardless of situations. Keep your thoughts focused on taking action towards your goal. Keep it, your frontal lobe. No, I'm sorry, that's psychology. Your frontal lobe, keep it right there.
Right there in the front part of your mind.
Yep.
Right in the front. You can see it.
Avoid negative thoughts and feelings, for it will ruin your concentration and persistence. Keep them out. One way to keep out. Stop telling people everything.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to keep your excitement for what you're doing for you to yourself. Because everybody ain't for you.
That's right. Yeah.
There are people that are envious and jealous of what you're doing. Man, they doing this, man, they doing that. They always doing so. Why does that have to be so negative?
Right.
Why can't it? You know what? I see you doing what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. Keep going.
And mean it.
And mean that. We always got to come with a side criticism. God ain't tell them to do that. They just doing this, and they just want to be seen this, that. No.
That one right there. That one there.
I'm working my giftings.
That's it.
I'm working what's inside of me. Because I plan to die empty. I plan to die empty of everything he put inside of me.
And here's a good one. When they say, oh, I see your little business that you're doing.
Little business.
It's always got to put that little, Yes, I see that little, I see you on the Zoom. I see that little thing that you got working there. That's some hate in it. That's some shade in that. Those people you just go on and say, I think I shared this the other day to somebody, go where you celebrate it.
Yep.
Be around people that's going to celebrate. Now, that doesn't mean nobody should be more excited about what you're doing than you're doing. But you want to be around people that are genuinely, not just even just saying it, but how can you know? If you got somebody, you're doing some things on Facebook or YouTube, whatever you're doing, your business, you got business cards or whatever, and they are just, oh yeah, you're doing a good job, man. And they don't ever share your information. They don't ever say, hey, give me a couple of your business cards because I'm going over here and I'm going to hand them out if I see somebody. Are they really celebrating you? They're not sharing your post. You may see them watching, but they're not sharing. They're not promoting. God forbid if they're not investing in you. That's a whole nother something. Oh, I like your products. You ought to hook me up. Yeah. Can I get a discount?
You go to Macy's, they don't get discount unless you go and it's a sale.
And even within, they don't bump the price up to put the sale, so they really got it for the price they wanted to sell it for anyway. So yeah, good.
All right, build your mastermind group. Build your mastermind group. Mastermind group composes of people, what she just said, people who can help you succeed towards your goal. I want mastermind people around me. Choose carefully who you will trust as part of your mastermind group. If possible, include only those who can give you unbiased judgment and who has a positive mental attitude. If they don't have a positive mental attitude, if they can't be unbiased, not putting their own personal feelings in it and all that other stuff, but can be honest and upright with you, you need to remove them out your group. They shouldn't be one of your go-to people.
That's right.
They should not be.
Yeah.
They should not be. You can't afford wasting your time listening to cynical advices and pessimist people, negative people. You had to go back and catch our replay. Last week we talked about the mystic people.
Yeah, right.
These types of people won't help you succeed. Instead, they will drown your energy. They can eventually lead to failure. They're like kryptonite to Superman. They will drain your energy until your dream dies.
Yeah, they will.
Read it to the wrong people.
Right.
Telling the wrong people, yes, you're excited and everything else.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be like, bam. Oh, I didn't know you was writing a book. I know.
That's good. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. That's what I was doing when I was quiet and you didn't hear and see me much. I was busy. I know you didn't. And it made me think about something I was sharing with someone earlier today, and it had to be shared with me a few weeks ago. And in that category, see, we got to learn now where to place people. Stop putting everybody in the same category. Okay. But then here's what we do. Well, I'm guilty. Had a conversation today. Someone said the same thing. Well, I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I had somebody tell me, you can't give people the benefit of the doubt. They are or they are not. The benefit of the doubt oftentimes causes unexpected, unrealistic expectation. You're expecting this because you think they should be. So you got these people who's really pessimistic in your trying to build your, what you call it, the mindful place, mastermind group, because you're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. No, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. They are a pessimistic person. Believe what you see. Yeah, they could be talking a good one.
Yep.
So you can't put them in that group because they'll talk you out of the very thing you're trying to do, just from the negative, always feeding you the negative. And what happens now, you're not putting forth everything because you're drained. You're just drained. It's like, man, you're always negative. Okay, well, then you need to place them over there in another group. Maybe just go grab a sandwich every now and then group. But this group over here, I need masterminded people. And most of the time, I believe that those are the people who have succeeded in some things. Succeeded, I said it right, in some things, have been successful in some things themselves. They got fruit to show.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the same thing that you've done.
Right.
But they understand business. Yeah. They understand marketing, this, that, or the other.
Right.
And I also want to say, don't allow yourself to get burnt out and being persistent. What I mean by that is, in whatever you're doing, there are other people that can help you in some of those areas. Don't be so cheap. Yes, I said it. Don't be so cheap where you want to be a one-stop do-it-all for your own business and you know somebody else can do something for you while you can continue doing something else.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself. There's a lot of things I can do. I don't have the time to do it. I don't have time. Not saying there isn't time to do it, but if I spend all this time trying to build this over here, when I know somebody else, that's their business, that's their expertise. They're waiting to have clients so they can go to work for you.
That's good.
So that I can go do something else. We can all pretty much paint a room. But if I'm busy doing life and everything else, why not call a painter? Call somebody in the neighborhood that's known to paint. Hey, come over here and tell me how much you charge me to paint. I don't have time. That's taking me away from something else.
That's right.
You know, if I own a house, I know some basic plumbing skills. I know those. I know how to change out an S-trap. I know how to install the garbage disposal. I know how to, years from working at Home Depot. So, I've learned some things. But if it's something major, I'm not going to try to be cheap. No, I'm going to try to find somebody who can fix that.
Investing in yourself.
Mm-hmm. So it can free me up.
Yeah.
It can free me up. All right. Number 6, drum roll. All right. Develop discipline and habit. All your goal setting and planning will go to waste if you won't be able to develop discipline and good habit. Facts. So those are just facts. You got to be disciplined. That's why I was saying, putting stuff on the board, that's your vision board. And Coach A was right. Now you got to get strategic. The vision board is the big picture. Now, how am I going to accomplish this in the time frame that I believe I want to accomplish it in? Now you got to be strategic. Strategic planning, strategic mapping. Have you done the research to see the timeline of accomplishing this first and foremost? How does it balance with your life? What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve this goal? All these things play a part. Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Discipline. Got to be disciplined. If you ever accomplish anything in life, you had to be disciplined. You had to be disciplined. You did. When you wrote your workbook, you hear her? Were you disciplined?
Yes, I was.
Was it rough?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Who pushed you?
At that time, I had a coach, and the people that also that let me know they needed what I had. They needed what I had. But here's the thing about that, even in the book, and sometimes this is what makes things hard, guys. I was trying to recreate something that I had already created. So I'm trying to write this book from what I thought fresh start. And my coach said, wait a minute, you already have the material. It's already right there. Now all you got to do is take it, and have somebody to know how to do all the format and all that stuff. So a lot of times we have what we need is already there. It's already in us. And we make it complicated. We make it hard. We come up with the excuses of, I don't know how. It's already right there. And yeah, discipline. I had to be disciplined to stay, especially in the areas when you're not really know, quote unquote, how to do something. Okay. So you, like you said, you reach out to somebody that know how. They know how to do this. It's not my lane, But yeah, I had to be very disciplined. I had to discipline my time. I couldn't do at that time. I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do if it didn't have anything to do with what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah. And so those things are, you gotta have people, because you can have the ideas, you can have everything, and it's a great idea and everything else, but there are times you need help. You need help, and you have to. That's why you need mastermind people who understand and can see what you see. Everybody can't see what you see. Some people don't want to see what you see, because they're envious, they're jealous, they're not becoming hateful. And when we're so quick to run and tell everything that I'm hearing, that I'm seeing, then eventually they want to throw you in a pit. Everybody don't want to hear about your dreams. Everybody don't want to hear about your visions. They do not. They don't.
And oftentimes it's the ones that you want. You think they should. And a lot of times it's because you were the one that listened to theirs and even helped them do theirs.
Yep. So we have to be mindful. And then one of the things that I'm learning is that expand outside of your circle You are not going to be rich with the people in the neighborhood you grew up in. Because you think with all the friends on Facebook that you have, tag them with your book cover. Tag them with your workbook cover. You can cash out. You get this book that I wrote.
They give you some likes.
$10. You may give it a discount. You just, see how much they support you. My friend Devecchio, he goes through his friends list every so often. He can see it because if they don't support me, they're not my friend. And one day I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tag everybody, and the ones that don't respond, unfriend. We have to do that, people.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because if not anything else, even if we don't have a product, but this is our product here. The 18 right here is a product. You're a friend. Why are you not tuning in or catching or putting the hashtag replay?
Yeah, that's right.
Why we don't have 1,000 people watching and viewing?
We got 1,000 friends, over 1,000 friends.
I got 4K. How many you got?
I got about 2.
Combined, that's 6,000.
Yeah, that's right. I think I got 2,800, something like that. Yeah.
So almost 7,000. Yeah. So our YouTube page, subscribe.
Wow.
That's good. See, these are the things. We excited. He's I got 5,000 friends. No, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean a thing. Not only that, how many people are following us? Last I checked, it was over 2,000 following me.
Okay.
Don't feel like 2,000. No. They're just inquiring.
That's good right there.
They just inquiring. They ain't following. They just inquiring. They're peeping in. Maybe every once in a while they'll send you a friend request because they've been following you enough to say, okay, they legit. I can kind of understand that for me. That's like court. I'm courting you for a minute just to make sure you legit. You too legit to quit. Do the dance. Do the dance.
All right, that hammer?
Yeah, let's have it. Okay. You want to know? You got to ask me that?
I got to ask you.
Okay. Anyway, so there would be a lot of hindrances that will stop you from moving towards your goals. And without discipline, it would be easy for you to sail away. The Commodore, sail on. You be sailing on.
Sailing on. Nothing to
be sailing on.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You just open up your sail and let the wind take you anywhere because you're not disciplined. You didn't even direct the boat.
Drifting away.
You took your hands off the boat and said, well, I'm just going to go wherever the wind going to take me. Upholding discipline and good habits can help you stay in the course, even despite difficulties.
And that's what persistent is.
So persistent is.
Enduring even when difficulties, challenges come. Yeah.
So I'm going to put this out there because we do say this. If you need help in being persistent, we got you.
Yeah.
We got you. We got you.
We do. That's what we do.
This was Zoom. I say, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you need help. Contact us.
Reach out to us.
Say, hey, I want to do a wellness check with my business plan. I want to do a wellness check with this goal. Whatever you have. Whatever you have. What do you have to lose? We're not going to sabotage you. We're going to give you the expertise that we've gained through life and knowledge and understanding all that stuff. We're going to give you wisdom. We're not going to try to do anything to not have you succeed. And the very reason why we're not, because we're not going to let God get us.
Right. That's it.
That ain't going to happen.
That's it.
No, not on this watch. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So this was good. This was good. Persistence. What did you gain?
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Number 6. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You want to keep going on and on.
Good to me.
You gotta cook dinner.
It's about 4 bucks.
She got to cook dinner.
Stay persistent.
She got to be persistent. She's been spoiled for the past couple of weeks now.
Persistent and consistent. I got to get back to the kitchen.
I don't even want to see that restaurant bill.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So what I did, I just posted our contact number. This is our contact number, ladies and gentlemen. 586-300-2541. There's options. Option one is our gatekeepers ministry. We had a young man contact us yesterday, gave us some updates where he was at. Very appreciative. Yes. Very appreciative of that. And I'm gonna say this, and we can't count people out. Don't count people out. Because we don't know their situation. We don't know this, and we probably don't understand their struggle. And there was times people didn't understand our struggle. Why are you struggling with that? What? Okay, maybe I need to find somebody else who can have some empathy. Somebody else who's been through something, who can understand. Yeah, the process. So don't count people out.
Yeah, that's right. Do it.
Because God has led them to you for a reason. So even in the midst of that, we got to be patient. We got to be patient with them. We have to seek and have discernment on how to help them. So option one is the gatekeepers ministry. Option two is sound mind coaching, which is myself, and then option three is the lovely Coach A over here. She's on Tuesday through Thursday. All right, so make sure tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow at noon, we're going to breakfast with my daughter tomorrow, so we got to make sure we're back in time. We go eat. We go eat though. Never do. No, seriously. But yeah, we have to make sure how to. And since she's became a part of me, she knows a safe place. Safe place.
Safe place.
Safe place.
What is the difference between persistent and consistent? Okay.
Well, persistent is staying focused. Staying focused with your day-to-day. Okay, you're driven regardless. Remember, you don't care what's around the corner. Could be everything, could be nothing, right? Your consistency is really a habit of the work that you're doing to receive that end goal. I'm consistent in working out this plan. It's a habit. It has become a habit for me to work my plan. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and I thought it was, I wanted to make sure. And what he said, so consistent means doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, it's a habit.
It's a habit. It's a habit. Every day I put some time into this. Every day I'm doing. Every day you get up at, okay, let's say you got a job. And you know how you get your evaluation? And they say, you know what, this quarter you haven't missed any days. That's because you were consistent. You stay consistent in getting up early, getting on time. You did the same thing every day. Persistent is staying persistent means I'm overcoming the challenges. Persistent is what did I say earlier? Is in spite of the difficulties. Okay, going back to that job. In spite of the fact that I'm so sleepy this morning and I want to stay in the bed. In spite of I'm sleepy, I'm whatever. Persistence says I'm gonna get up and do what I've been doing every day. I'm gonna get up and be consistent. I'm being persistent to be consistent. I hope that makes sense. I'm overcoming challenges so I can be consistent, continue every day, the same routine, the same thing every day. Every day, I'm going to spend some time in my business. I'm going to spend some on my goal. I'm going to spend some time researching consistently every day, regardless of what's going on around me. Hope that makes sense.
acting or done in the same way over time.
Over time.
Especially so as to be fair or accurate. Over and over and over. I'm consistent. She's consistent every Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Every Tuesday through Thursday. Now that push come, I don't feel like I'll be like, what you got to do? You going live.
And he gonna say that.
You going live.
Yeah.
Okay? Persistent. 7 o'clock, get up. Will I have 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
Persistent. And here's the thing. To me, that is key. Know yourself.
Yeah.
First of all, know yourself. Know, okay, if I'm going to put this out there, that's why I told my daughter Jasmine when she was doing the affirmations once a week. If you're going to do this, stay consistent because people are going to begin to hear your sound, and they're going to be expecting to hear Prophetess Jasmine every Saturday, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. every day doing me. Stay consistent. You don't, because we don't want to drop people. We don't want to drop people.
You ever heard somebody say she's so inconsistent? I don't know when you're gonna do what they're gonna do. I can't follow it because I don't ever know. That's inconsistency. Yeah.
And I've been there. I just saw something. I'm mad now. But anyway, so make sure that whatever you do, plan it out. I can do this. Okay? So if that means going to bed early, you know what I'm saying? You know your body. You know if you need to sleep, whatever. You know that. I know I can function up for 4 or 5 hours, but somewhere in that afternoon, I'm getting a nap. But I'm still going to be consistent. I'm going to persist even with lack of sleep, because any of us that are speakers or talkers, once we start to talking and start being good to us, that's like a cup of Joe right there. That's like a cup of coffee. Or my bougie coffee.
That is so true.
Then we're awake. We're up. We were asleep. We almost overslept. We took a nap. Like, babe, it's almost time. Oh my God, gotta hurry up. But now we're alive. We've been coaching, everything else. I'm ready for her to cook that meal.
So when you see, it's because I'm padding y'all know I get excited when we do that. So what happened was, he's right. So here was the persistent in that. And I'm not going to say it didn't come in my mind. It wasn't going to come up because I know it wasn't going to happen. Persistent was get up and pop on a little makeup, some earrings and lip gloss, even though you got about 10 minutes. Because the challenge was we overslept. That was we almost overslept. Well, basically, because we would have been up earlier. But anyway, so that was being persistent. We overcame, we endured the challenge of we only have about 10 minutes to make this happen. Okay. Consistent means that we showed up still at 7:30. Might have been a minute or two off, but every Monday we're going to show up consistently. And if we don't, it's going to be time to say, hey, we won't be live today. You're going to give notice. It won't be because we just decided, well, I can't overcome this challenge. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to endure this one and forget it.
Yeah. Because even, we already had our material printed.
Yeah. Preparation.
We already had the preparation thing. She did the preparation. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. And so we got this huge monitor right behind the computer that we're on right now. And so me trying to log in from a different computer to another email that we have where she sent me information, then it clicked in. Just open up a new tab and write the subject in.
See, overcoming the challenge.
Because I was getting irritated because I couldn't remember the password and I didn't put the password in my phone, which I don't miss that. So with that, and we could have easily said, while we're fumbling around trying to do this because we didn't think we was going to take a nap that long, you know what? Forget it. We ain't going to do it tonight.
Right. Yeah.
No, we're going to put, I don't care. We're 2 minutes late, 3 minutes. We're going to put that music on. Y'all know we coming on. Come on, because there's no reason.
Right.
There's no reason I didn't set an alarm, and I didn't set an alarm because I didn't think I was going to sleep that long.
And I'm surprised he didn't set that alarm.
So so these are just these are real life examples.
It is. It's
Being persistent in what you know you called to do. I know I'm called to help people. She knows she's called to help people. Ain't nothing but time and opportunity. Seize the moment. Seize the moment.
That's good. Seize the moment.
Seize the moment. Because you know what? And I still believe this, and I'm going to say that you don't know. And where's Jasmine? You don't know. People are being found through the internet every day. And somebody can say, look, check this team out right here. Check the A team out. We got something to offer them. What if we bring them on a show? What if it's local TV here in Detroit? Yeah. Then it becomes, well, hey, we got a spot for you live on a radio station. So now we got to travel to the radio station. Look, anything can happen. One day we're going to have it where somebody else going to be doing all this StreamYard, and we're going to come on and they're going to do all this.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to do all this. We're not going to have to do it. The same in the ministry. Need someone who can, type in comments, respond back to people while we're live, post our giving, all those things. But until then, we're going to work this.
Yesterday was a good example of
we're going to work this.
We were the usher,
everything.
the greeter.
We missed Keisha.
The praise team worship. And the word barrier, the video cameraman. But so I guess then that's a good example, Jasmine, and those who asked. That was being persistent. Yep. We had some challenges. Our praise and worship leader wasn't there, so we were persistent. We were enduring in spite of the challenges. So we were the praise team yesterday. He was the cameraman yesterday. He was the usher, we can say the one that took up the offering yesterday. So that's persistent. And being consistent means every Sunday at 3:00, we're going to show up. You may not know what went on behind the scene, and you shouldn't know.
It shouldn't show.
And that's what I mean. It shouldn't show. That's what I was trying to say. It shouldn't show. It shouldn't show. And sometimes that means you just step back and let me just take a breather. Let's take a breather because it's time. It's time to move. It's time to go. So that the people that you're serving, they don't have to see, nor they shouldn't see, nor hear your frustration. I don't want to buy her product because every time he or she, they just, they always mad. They always frustrated. I'm not going back to that business again. I'm not, they shouldn't hear and see that. Yeah.
So.
All right. So what we got, sir?
We brought you a message of hope.
A message of hope.
So stay tuned to us. You can follow us on all the different platforms. I don't know if Shantae's still on. She can post all that. But just follow us. Angela Harris Fullwood, which is on social media, Facebook, Andre D. Fullwood. Just, send us, hey, I've been watching you guys. YouTube, let's build our YouTube channel. Help us build our YouTube channel. All you're doing in the search box is Andre and Angela A-Team. It's going to pop up number 1. You're going to see us there. Go back and catch some of the other videos that we've done, some of the other teachings and coachings that we've done. Once again, if you want to contact with us, do so. Our ministry website page, which was created by Jasmine Lachey Queen. She created our website. You need a website. You need a flyer. You need contact. Contact Jasmine.
Put your information
Jasmine,
in.
put your information in, hon. Yes. Put your information in. Contact her. Our website is, type this in here. Gatekeepers Ministry.org. Nope, I think I spelled ministry wrong. I did. I spelled ministry wrong, but it's all right.
Redo it. All right, and I see, Crystal, reach out to us this week. She said she's gonna call. Yep. I'm waiting. We are waiting. Okay, thank you for tuning in to us too. Thank you. All right, missed you, but yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
We are here.
You family. You family now. You owe us. No, I'm just playing.
You sit at the table. You family.
You sit at the table. Yeah. So we're excited. Yes, we're excited. The gathering is coming. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're just like a matter of weeks. Yeah. 3. Let's see this.
2 or 3 weeks.
2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks from Thursday?
Jesus, on the main line.
Father. I ain't sung that with a wide stretch.
Y'all just don't know. But it's good. It's good. It's good. We've been very persistent because we have been faced with some challenges.
2 weeks from Thursday.
Oh my God, honey, did you have to?
2 weeks from Thursday, we're gathering. We're gathering. Crystal, did you get the information? Did you get the information for the gathering?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Wow. Jasmine, you still have time.
Thank you, cousin. That's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
New Orleans.
All right, I need some Creole food. I need some. I don't know if I said that right, but cousin Stephen, I need to get there.
All right, so you heard him. Listen,
look like a preacher with that tie on and stuff. You better come on through here.
Man, I used to love when they came to South Carolina because his mom was gonna make red beans and rice. Oh my God, let me tell you something.
She coming to the gathering.
Okay, all righty.
All right, cousin Stephen, maybe in August. I don't know. I gotta have some surgery done first. I don't know. Maybe you may need to go there first and then come back.
First.
Yes, thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stephen Young, I know now. I know. Yeah. So come on up to Detroit. Come on in the summer. Now's a good time to come. Yeah. What's up, Jerome? Jerome, I'm not gonna tell you again, man. When we gonna get together, man? When we gonna get together? All right. So yes, we've been good. All is well. Join us this Sunday. Join me every morning, 7 a.m. So I'm talking about grief this week. That was really heavy on my spirit, was to talk about grief. How do I know I'm grieving? What are the processes of grieving? How to handle someone that is grieving? So I did one this morning. You can go back to you can go to my profile page, or you can or just Sound Mind Coaching, my YouTube channel. Go there as well. So I can, we can build that up too. And then Coach A is coming. I don't know what she's going to talk about tomorrow, but it'll hit her. It will. It'll hit her
tomorrow at noonday.
She's gonna be so full and stuff. She gonna get a revelation somewhere. She always do. But she's Tuesday through Thursday at noon. And then what else this week? What else we got this week? And then Free Me Fridays. I call it Free Me Fridays. Still 7 a.m., but a more upbeat, a more motivational, taking you into the weekend. Renewing your mind, releasing some light bulbs, have some light bulbs go off in some dark places in our mind to keep you, to put you there so that you can go forward and have a successful weekend, a new weekend, a new perspective.
Yeah. And if it's something that you guys want to hear us, a topic or something, hey, let us know. Reach out to us and say, hey, have you thought about this? Or have y'all talked about this? Or can you talk about this? Or share this information because I'm struggling with this. Or it don't always have to be something you're struggling with,
Could be something you just want more information on.
Just like Jasmine asked the question, what's the difference between persistent and consistent? So let us know. We're here to serve you.
Maybe that's what we'll do after Hope.
What's that?
Talk about consistent.
Okay. Yeah. So let us know. I'm real serious about that. And we don't pretend to know all. What we don't know, we'll research, or we'll put you in the hands of those that we trust and know, if that's the case. But let us hear from you. Spread the word. If I said this, and I've been saying it as well on my Tuesday show. if you're at this table and you're eating at this table and you're getting full, why would you not want to share with somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Share a meal, share a word, share. Hey, y'all, come in and listen to this coach. Listen, either the one of us together or individually.
Yeah.
Either way. But we want to hear from you. And did you put something up there about sowing? Did I see that?
No.
Okay. If you want to sow, if you want to sow into the Gatekeepers ministry, we're welcome. We are starting, and there is a need. It takes money to move ministry. It's not, God take care of us. We gonna eat. So it's not for our pockets. It's so that we can better serve the people, almost like what he just said, so that we can hire even someone to do the things that we need to have done. Mm-hmm. It takes money to move ministry. It takes money. If you're a business owner, it takes money. You have to sow into yourself. You have to. There are times where if you're a business owner, you may not see the what I'm trying to call it. Not that you turn out in the red, but you're having to take it and put it back in before you can see the overflow. That's not the word I was trying to say, but before you can,
you got to reinvest everything that
comes back in until you see it. But that's how it is with what we're doing as well.
We need a sound system.
Yeah.
Hello, we need a sound system. So not only is our, this, and we normally don't make this push.
We don't,
but we keep putting back in.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what you have, even when you're starting a business or whatever, you gotta buy the equipment that you need to do what you have to do. And hopefully you start, you coming out of that red into the black, where you can start seeing.
That's what I'm trying to
start seeing the profit of the thing.
Yeah.
And our men, we're not trying to profit because we help people all the time.
Right.
We help people all the time.
Yeah. And we want to be able to do more. We want to be able to help you in your time of need. You're starting your business or your ministry or whatever it is, and we want to be able to sow and give to you and and promote. Like we said with Jasmine, I don't know if she put it in the comments, but we told her to put it in the comments. My people that's in South Carolina, these, I'm trying to do more of that on our platforms to promote, because that's what we're supposed to do.
And we do promote you.
We do.
And I've given up room for platforms.
Yeah. You want to come on the show?
Not charging.
Yeah. So anyway, so today we hope that we have come. We hope that we gave you. We believe we did.
Yeah.
That we know we did for somebody.
Yep.
We gave you a message of hope. You can say to yourself, write it on a paper, put it on a sticky. I am hope.
I am hope.
I'm hope. I am hope. I am healed. I am optimistic. I am persistent. Now that I know what it means to be persistent, I am persistent. And I am expectant. So next week, when you come next Tuesday, you will hear more about being expectant.
Amen. Thank you, man of God.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We'll come to you in the winter.
Is it cold in New Orleans in the winter? I don't know.
Well, no.
We're gonna find out.
It's not as bad as it is here.
Right.
I used to live in Brother Steve. I used to live in Pensacola, so the thing is only like 3 hours away. So I know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good old Pensacola was my home.
That's gonna be it there. Yeah.
Palm trees and beaches.
Wow.
Father, send me back.
Listen, I ain't been there, but if it's water and sand and palm trees, the girl will go.
And the best seafood.
Okay, sound like we're
fresh.
All right, Father.
All right. Anyway, we getting off topic.
We're sorry.
We're gonna bring it back in. You tell we hungry, right?
Yes.
All right, Stephen. I'm gonna send your friend request, my brother. I'm gonna send your friend request. All right. So she done gave me. That's what we do. We try to come in. Our goal, our aim, is to bring a message of hope. So, Crystal, you want to go? You and your husband? Hey, we take a trip. I'm all about seafood. Seafood fanatic. But anyway, all right, y'all, we're out of here.
Right, guys, be blessed.
Be blessed. Join us tomorrow. Join me at 7 a.m. if you're up early, and then join Coach A at noon. All right, the 18 together and individually. Yes. We're still one.
Oh, you're so precious.
So precious. Private friend, be happy for me. All right, y'all, we're out of here. Remember, you have a beautiful mind. It's terrible to waste. Don't waste your mind. You are hope. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.